As I was telling you, Monica, I've been conned a lot by other real estate company, and my trust with real estate companies in Kenya is actually at zero. So I'm actually not very confident right now with property companies. So I just don't think I'm not going to buy this one.
No, I understand where you're coming from, but I can assure you that here at WeMark, we'll take you through every process step by step. No need to worry, you like it here.
Are you sure?
Very sure, very.
Okay, let's just see how it goes. Because
Okay, sawa. Hey, Mona, let me go for lunch. I'll be back in a few.
Excuse me. Before you go, I have an issue that I'd really like you to handle. So my client here just flew in this morning. She's a very potential client, but kuna tu shida moja. She has been conned before, not once. So inampea doubt ako 50-50 about purchasing our.
The same client I'm seeing there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'd like you to help me handle that.
Okay. Well, let me see.
You just landed in Kenya.
How are you?
Back. I'm fine.
You're good?
I'm good.
My name is Justus.
Yes.
I'm the general manager with WeMark Properties.
Oh wow! I've actually been waiting for you for quite some time.
Okay.
With Monica. She told me she's going to introduce me to you. So I hope you're going to be of help to me.
It's okay. Can we go to the office? Maybe
Yeah,
talk about this.
Sure. It's okay.
It's okay. Mona, you can carry to her.
You really have a nice office.
Thank you. Can I have a seat here?
Thank you so much.
Wow. Okay. So let me hear what happened.
All right. So my name is Elizabeth.
Okay.
I've been in touch with Monica here. She's your sales executive.
Yeah, she is.
So I'm Canadian and I'm also Kenyan. I was just googling about say real estate companies in Kenya, and I came across yours. But I just have one issue because I have had instances in the past where I've been conned several times.
Okay.
And I've actually explained everything to Monica here. And she's trying to explain to me that you guys are legit and all that.
Okay.
But I'm still not very much convinced because, I've had a bad past with real estate companies in Kenya. They just keep conning people, and I just can't take it anymore. I've lost a couple, thousands of dollars, and I think it's over. But then when I am in Canada and I am working so hard, and in the back of my mind, I know that I don't have anything in Kenya, still feels very bad. So I just want to give it another shot, but I'm not sure where I'm supposed to go.
First of all, I'm so sorry about what has happened to you before. And it has been our great concern because you're not the first person complaining about being conned. As a matter of fact, most of our diaspora clients, they are always duped. And it does not only apply to the clients in the diaspora, even those that are in Kenya, most of them are duped because I'll call it ignorance, but it's not ignorance. It's actually being misled by people. Yes, and we at WeMark, we are here to help you from scratch up to the time you're on your title deed.
Okay.
So maybe I'll ask you a few questions.
Yeah.
Number one, did you even have a chance to view the land that you bought or the property that you're talking about?
Well, I've had video calls and Zoom meetings where the salespeople would just go to the site, video. That's all.
So you've been relying on the information from the salespeople?
Yeah.
I think that is where you began going wrong.
Also, I have some relatives here who I thought were reliable, but since they were just liaising with these companies to steal from me, still very, very bad.
Okay, let me just educate you a little bit on what it entails to own a property in Kenya, because you'll get different people with different views on how to acquire property.
Yeah.
And Macu, a property is quite an emotive issue in Kenya, owning a property, that is.
Yeah.
So you have to get the right person to tell you, or rather to give you the right information, so that when you go to that journey of owning a property, you'll go there knowing what you're doing. So first thing first, number one, that you went wrong is trusting the people that you sent to view the land for you. Because most of the time, you will be shown a piece of land that does not even exist.
Yeah.
Because if I go take a video of a land somewhere in the middle of nowhere, will you know that that is the land?
I
No.
will not know.
So the most important thing after you have ascertained that this is the land I want.
Yeah.
And how do you do that? Number one, you have to send 2 or 3 different people. Send a relative, send a friend. I know you have people that you know, even you are alumni from where you are.
Yeah.
Those friends of yours can go and check that land on your behalf. Then number 2, after you've done that, the next thing that you should ask is the title deed of that land.
Okay.
For those piece of land that you've been buying before, do they have title deeds?
I am not sure. I didn't know it is important to have a copy of a title deed.
It is very important because it is that title deed that will tell you more about the land. Who is the owner of that land that you're buying, and who are the previous owners of that particular land. And you'll also find out if the land has a caveat. That is, most land you realize it want to be sold, but someone has blocked the selling of the land.
Okay.
So that one is always registered at the land's office. So the first thing you have to do is to conduct a search of the land.
Okay.
So with that copy of the title deed, you go with it either physically, or you can send someone that you trust, or you can even the person that went to view the land on your behalf, you can use that person to go conduct the search for you. Now, what does the search certificate, how does the search certificate look like? It will contain the name of the person or the owner of the land. It will also state the size of the land.
Yeah.
It will also state whether the land has a caveat or not, and all those details that you want to know.
Okay.
After that has been done, the next thing you need to also know is that you need to get the map of that particular area.
Okay.
So you go buy a map sheet for that particular piece of land.
Yeah.
In that map sheet, it will indicate that particular land that you're buying plus the neighbors.
Oh, okay.
So you'll be able to know that this land, who are my neighbors? Or another thing that is also very important about about the map sheet is the shape of the land. Some of the land that we have in Kenya are triangular in shape, trapezium in shape, rectangular, square. So it will also give you an overview of the shape of the land because it is well indicated in the map sheet.
Yeah.
After that has been done, first of all, have you ever even seen a map sheet?
I actually, whatever you're telling me is very new to me. I've never had anything like this.
Okay.
I think that is why it was so easy for me to get conned.
I know, and the moment someone realizes that you have little information about property, then they
just take advantage.
They take advantage.
Oh.
At WIMAC, we do all these things I've mentioned to you on your behalf.
Okay.
Because before we buy any parcel of land for selling to our clients, we have to conduct a due diligence.
Okay.
We have to make sure that this land is legit. We have to do due diligence. We have to conduct all the searches.
Yeah.
So by the time we are now bringing this land to our clients for sale, you can be rest assured that this is a clean land.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
I wish I met you guys earlier.
So it's never too late. It's never too late.
Right.
Never give up.
Yeah.
So another thing that I also want you to know is that after you have already ascertained that the title deed is okay, the owner of the title deed. By the way, another thing that you also need to know, if you're not buying it from buying this property from a company, a registered company like WIMAC, say you're buying it from an individual out there, you need to have a copy of the ID of that person that is selling the land, so that you can match and see this is the person called Kamau Njoroge, and the title deed is reading the same Kamau Njoroge.
Okay.
So that's very important also to note.
Yeah.
Then after that has been said and done, I think the next thing is to sit down with the seller and agree a payment plan. At WIMAC, we are very flexible. Our payment plan is quite flexible.
Yeah.
you just deposit a half of the amount of money, and then the balance can be cleared in 6 months or as you wish, between 3 to 6 months. And if after 6 months you feel like you need to be added some 2 or 3 months, we can always talk.
No. You know, Mr. Justice, it's not about the money. Money is not a problem. The problem here is trusting the company. Because, see, from my past, I have lost thousands of dollars because I trusted the wrong people.
Okay.
Get? Yeah.
I really understand. And the problem is that when it comes to property, the issue of trust doesn't come in as easily as you have stated. And that's why you realize when you want to buy property, the most important document that you should have as a buyer is a sale agreement.
Yeah.
I want to believe that in the previous transaction that you had, you were signing a sale agreement that is legit. So if you just go buy land without a sale agreement, because in that sale agreement, we will capture quite a number of things. Number one, we will capture the name of the seller plus the ID number, the sale of the name of the buyer, ID number. Then you will also capture the name of the property you are buying.
Yeah.
That is how it is indicated in the title deed. Say, for example, if you're buying a property in Ngong, for example, it has to be written Ngong stroke, the plot number.
Okay.
That must be well indicated in the title deed. So when it is also captured in the sale agreement, you will not have any fears because you can still use the same sale agreement, which is a legal document, by the way, to even sue the person that duped you. But as it stands now, I'm very sure you don't have any document to prove that you really purchased that piece of land.
No.
And that is where you went wrong. But that notwithstanding, they say it's never too late.
Yeah.
At Trimark Properties, we will make sure that we take you through all those processes one by one step at a time. Because we don't want to rush you into buying something that at the end of the day, you will come back complaining.
Yeah, sure.
And by God's grace, I can say and I can assure you that since we began selling properties at Trimark Properties, we've never received even a single complaint from our client. That one I can tell you for sure. Go do a search, go try to do your investigations about this company, and I can tell you for free. With my properties, we are offering you a legit title deed at the end of the process. Now, another thing that is also very important, after you've signed the sale agreement, you've agreed the payment plan, you've agreed everything, the price, because at some point you can also bargain. Some prices are flexible. Payment plan might be flexible depending on whom you are buying this land from. So that sale agreement must be signed. Then after that has been said and done, the next thing that you should ask from the buyer is what you call the consent. Consent, this is a document this is a legal document that shows that these people selling the land have already agreed. And the lands board has already agreed that this piece of land is for sale, right? So that is very important that you get that consent form well signed by the lands board. And then after that has been done, now the seller will give you that consent, the transfer documents, plus the original title deed of that particular piece of land. Remember, don't be cheated by a title deed that is just, you have to make sure, for example, if you are buying 1 acre piece of land, and maybe the entire parcel of land is 10 acres, you have to make sure that that subdivision has been done for that particular piece of land that you want to buy, right? So that during the transfer process, it will be easier for you. Because you cannot be given a title deed for 10 acres and yet you only needed 1 acre. You get the point?
Sure, I get that.
So after you've been given the consent, you have the transfer forms, you have the original title deed of that piece of land, and you also have the photos of the person selling, then you're good to go. The next thing that you'll be doing is just to pay the stamp duty. And then after you paid the stamp duty, after maybe say a week or so, you'll be having your title deed.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, it's as simple as that. But now the problem is that most Kenyans don't understand how simple this process is. And that's why most Kenyans have been conned. They've been conned by lawyers, they've been conned by relatives, they've been conned by the people that know this thing. But for your information, acquiring land in Kenya is not a big deal. As long as you understand and you are well informed, it is the simplest way of doing it. Now, one more thing. If you're buying a piece of land that is, let's say, 10 acres, 20 acres, that's not from a company like WIMAC, I also want to advise that you get services of a registered surveyor. So you need services of a registered surveyor to come and ascertain the size of the land, because in most cases you will find that the title deed is indicating a certain acreage, but when you go to the ground, when the surveyor comes on the ground, he finds that maybe whatever is indicated on the title deed is not what is on the ground. So that is also very important to note when you are going through this process. Yes, but now the good thing about WIMAC properties, we do all those things that I've mentioned to you. Starting from the survey, we'll do the subdivision of the land. We'll put the beacons on the land. We'll make sure that the plot or whatever, the land or the property you're buying from WIMAC has beacons registered already and ready for transfer.
Wow.
Yes, and another thing is that we all our properties, all our plots, they have title deed, ready title deed, just waiting transfer to your property.
And now I totally understand why it was so easy for me to get conned, because I didn't have any of this information. I was just trusting people blindly. And I actually don't feel bad anymore. I blame it for myself.
It's okay. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about that. But I hope now you've been educated.
Now I've been educated. Thank you. Thank you to Monica. She's a very good sales executive, by the way.
Yeah, she is.
She's really nice. Yeah.
Yes.
So right now I can say that I'm confident, and I'm ready to purchase land with you guys.
You are welcome. I'm so impressed by your resilience. Even after being duped severally. If I was you, maybe I would have given up. But thank God you've found WIMAC properties. We will work together with you, and I know you will purchase as many properties as possible from WIMAC. And I wish you all the best in your journey of investment.
So much. Thank you so much, Mr. Justice.
You're welcome.
You know, there's one thing that my mom always tells me, that whenever you go to another country, always remember that home is home. Yeah.
Home is home. Exactly. You are right. In fact, I'm also requesting our diaspora clients. Home is always the best. Come back, invest in Kenya, and look for WIMAC properties. We are here to hold your hands from the beginning to the end. And I can you can be rest assured that you will find the legit property that you've been looking for.
Exactly.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much, Mr. Justice.
You're welcome.
So you told me I just need to give you my ID?
Yeah, you just, for us to process the sale agreement, we need a copy of your ID, and that will be done maybe by tomorrow morning. You'll be having your sale agreement. And if you make your payments before you go back to Canada, when are you going back to Canada?
I'm going back in 3 weeks.
In 3 weeks?
Yeah.
So that means in less than 3 weeks, you should be having your title deed.
Oh, wow.
That one I can guarantee you.
Wow. On the bus site. Yeah?
So you will take her to site? Sawa. You are welcome.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you so much. It's a really
Have a beautiful weekend.
Yeah.
WIMAC Properties, credible luxury.